Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us. Sometimes we we get through the guests pretty quick, and we end up with a little time left. So
I got to say, what a variety show this week. We've had everything from bulls to high heels to rock climbing to the youth center. I mean, it's been a great show.
Some shows are pretty tame, and this one has got more variety in it. So this will be a hit with people somewhere. It's a hit with me. I enjoyed. I'm glad that you enjoyed it with me on the show.
See, I just think we need to get you in the high heels. You really want the dress, it seems like.
Well, if I'm going to wear some high heels, you got to be fashionable and
go
wear
all
that.
out. Yeah. But you're going to have to go shopping. I want to be there to watch and film.
How do you know I have to go shopping?
Yeah, you got to buy your dress that fits.
How do you know
right?
I don't already have a dress?
All right, never mind. More information I need to know.
Oh, that's going to be fun. And I was going to talk about the bull thing, but I think I'm finished talking about the bull. Now, the ranchers out there, it's a big thing for them.
It is. I mean, you're talking about that to a lot of people. That is their livelihood.
Sure.
That is where they make a good form of their income.
Yeah.
To have the testing available at a discounted rate, and it can make a big difference. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm not a rancher.
Well, I have to say,
I've got some goats, but I don't think I've got problems in that area.
We've got a couple cows. We don't
go
do the whole farming thing, but we've got a couple cows.
Well, it's good to know then, isn't it?
And,
you might have to get your bull tested for, what's it called, the trick test.
Do you remember the whole name of it?
Trichonomy? No, I don't know what it's called. I forgot. I was wanting to write it down, but I forgot to ask him. Trichomosis?
Trichomosis, I think.
Something like that. Anyway, too big for me to talk about. And then we had Tiffany Watkins here on the show, and she was talking about the 501c3 people that wanted.
That's great because they're not putting a lot of rules and regulations. If you're a 501c, apply. I mean, it's that simple. Fill out the application, apply. At least you have a chance.
Yeah.
And
there's people that are 501c3 that are just them, and maybe one or two other people, and there's some big ones out there. So then it goes through a committee, and then we talk with the two Stooges. I call them the two Stooges from LC Salmon's Youth Center. They've always got something going on there. But I think Jerry and Missy took the cake.
Yeah, I have to agree that we knew, and saving that for last. I've been waiting for that one, the walkathon and high heels. I mean, really, that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I mean, people would come out and watch that just to see some of these celebrities and some of these named people just attempt it. I mean, could you imagine walking a mile in high heels?
No.
1 mile. Imagine your feet.
Have you ever had high heels on?
I can't say that I have.
I've tried a pair of high heels on one time and tried to walk, and it's not the walking, it's the balance. You cannot, a person that's not used to the high heels cannot, and people are thinking, now, what was the opportunity that he wanted to wear high heels? And I know I've worn, but I can't remember what the situation was. But
I will say this to the viewers: when it comes to Dan, there's certain questions you just don't ask. You don't want to know.
Funny. Oh boy. Well, we appreciate you being on the show today for filling in for Sandy. She's right at this moment on the beaches, on the west beaches of the Gulf of Mexico, in Florida, with her feet in the sand, and she's probably drinking some kind of margarita.
We should have looked
waiting
up
for the tide to come in.
We should have looked up the weather online before we sat down.
I don't know. I don't know.
We know what she's going through right now.
If I would have thought about it, we could have done a Skype interview with her margarita and the wind blowing and the sun shining and all that. That'd been great.
Well, we just hope she's having a wonderful.
I hope she's having a good time. She dearly deserves a break, and I deserve the break away from her. So we're even. Scott, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank everyone for joining in this week. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you again next time. All right.